And if you're going to light a sparkler, as soon as it runs out, throw it away.
Yeah. Don't touch the end.
Throw it away.
That's what I always say.
Don't
touch
go
the
back
end.
to the fireworks.
Don't touch the end.
Don't touch the tip. Right, Tom, it's Bonfire Night, so we're going to have some smoky drinks.
We are. Not for everyone, necessarily,
No.
but important because the gunpowder plot, 5th of November, remember.
We all remember that.
We all remember that.
It's the same every year.
It was established, it was come up with,
Yeah.
it was conceived in a pub.
Yes.
All the best ideas happen in a pub. It's a bit of a shit.
This one's not that good.
This was a bit of a shit idea.
Because he didn't actually blow up anything. He got caught, they rumbled him, and he spent the whole night in a barrel.
Yeah, an empty barrel. If that barrel had been full of whiskey or beer, we would have had a much better
enough.
night.
That would have been a good,
but they did
better
it.
tradition.
Yeah, we should all be doing that.
We could do that
On
instead of
gunpowder.
sticking fireworks up our bums. And
No, that is funny though. That
Yeah.
is funny. But it was conceived in 1605 in a pub, coaching horses in Northampton. So we thought we'd have some smoky drinks to celebrate.
Yeah.
And what have we got first?
We've got beer and a whiskey, but we're going to go for the beer first. Now, this is an acquired taste, but a stone cold classic. This is called Echt Schlenkerla Rauchbier, and it comes from the Franconian town, a beautiful town called Bamberg. If you ever go into Germany, don't bother with the Oktoberfest, although that is quite a lot,
good.
but go to Bamberg as well. It is absolutely gorgeous. And this is the classic beer that was born there over 600 years ago, before the Industrial Revolution. When they were cooking the malt, they didn't use dry air, they used smoke. They smoked beechwood logs, and that smoky flavour would permeate into the malt, which they then use to brew the beer, and it goes into the beer. Now, lots of breweries obviously don't do that anymore. They use modern techniques, but they've stayed true to these traditional techniques, and it's created a beer that, I mean, there's no other word for it. It's just smoky.
It's smoky, but what's interesting, because it's a lager style rather than a stout style with a smoky stouts, it's not got that sort of creamy, heavy profile to it.
No.
It's quite clean, isn't it?
It's quite light, clean.
It's light, but it's got the smoke. So it actually carries all that flavour, even though it's
You
a very
could drink
light style
quite a
beer.
lot of this. In fact, I did. I went to the Schlenkerla tavern and got totally Schlenkerla'd.
I bet you Schenker
Oh,
one out
absolutely.
after
Well,
that.
because the little man on there, on the bottle, that's it, he had a funny hobbling
It looks
gait,
like he's Schenkerling
and that's where the
one out.
German word comes from, Schlenkerla.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that's good. I've got a whiskey, and I've got probably one of the smokiest whiskies you can get. We've got laphroaig, and laphroaig is an Islay whiskey, and in Islay, very similarly to the beer, they would use peat as a fuel. So they burn peat, which is like mud and earth and dirt and all the sort of vegetation that's been compacted over years, and they'd use that as their fuel when they were cooking the malts. So similarly, the smoke would stick to that grain, and then it would carry the flavour through all the way through distillation. So
All the through distillation.
Islay whiskies are very famous for having that smoky profile. Laphroaig, they've been making whiskey since, well, it actually says on the bottle.
Well, yeah, it's lucky for you. It says
I thought it was 1810. I thought they were even older than that, but they put 1815 on there. So let's go with
the
that.
olden days.
Yeah, the olden days. This is, for some people, really challenging. Some people think it's a bit sort of like a TCP sort of aroma. But actually, we've got the Oak Select, and this is a great whiskey to go to if you want to try Laphroaig, but they've rested it in lots of different barrels. So the maturation process means it sort of eased
Mellowed
off some of those smoky
That's
notes.
not that smoky.
And
It's
it's
still
not
got
as
that
bad.
lovely peat flavour to
Yeah,
it.
but it's great. I mean, both of these would be brilliant with cheese.
Smoked cheese,
or
smoked ham.
sausages, obviously. Yours.
Yeah, smoked sausages.
Yeah.
And
Food.
it is
all food. All food.
No, bacon.
I would suggest.
That and a bacon sarnie.
Oh. What I'd suggest, though, is you drink them both together.
A bonfire boilermaker. That is good.
And then,
and
then that.
Yeah.
And then that.
Much better way of spending your night.
Yeah. And you just keep doing that all night.
Yeah.
Responsibly.
It's what Guy Fawkes would have wanted.
Yeah, it's what he should have been doing instead of hiding in a barrel.
Being a menace. What a dick.
Even a sparkler can be dangerous if you don't take care. A sparkler stays hot even when it's out. Make sure your child doesn't start November the 6th like this.